Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favourite slow cooker recipes. Since I have been on my weight loss journey, I've tried to incorporate low calorie foods into my diet, but also that are suitable for the family as well. And being a busy mom, I find that slow cooker meals are so great. So if you're interested to see what they are, then just continue. So hi guys, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Juliet and I do new videos on this channel every week. I do lots of beauty, fashion, lifestyle, hauls, now a lot of food videos. So if that's the kind of thing you're interested in, there is a little subscribe button down there in red somewhere. I would love for you to click that and stick around. It's completely free and entirely up to you. And if you're one of my lovely subscribers, thank you so much for coming back. Your support means the world to me. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. Okay, so when it comes to cooking and being in a calorie deficit or looking after your calories or being in a healthier lifestyle, it is difficult to then also incorporate that into like feeding the family, doing things when you're busy, trying to keep a bit of normality. So what I do is I have kind of worked out, so if I cook slow cooker meals, they are relatively healthy and lower calorie because they are full of fruit, they are full of vegetables. I'm getting my protein in there, and what I work to is making around 2,000 calories in a slow cooker, which means that when it's all portioned out, the calories per meal are actually really reasonable. I've worked this out on mine when I first did them, and now I kind of just chuck things in because it's never really going to be so far off what I need it to be. But if you are needing to be really careful, just measure everything that goes in, and then you can divide the slow cooker meal up into sections. So this is my beautiful slow cooker from Swan. It's the Nordic slow cooker. I do have a code for this, which I think is being Mrs. Dudley 20. I'm not sure, but I will leave it linked below. This I feel is the perfect size. I used to have one that was a lot bigger from Swan also, but then I've actually got the smaller one this time. I can't remember how many litres this is. Does it say? 3.5 litres, this one. And then what I do is, if you were on like a new journey and you wanted to kind of calculate whatever was in your meal, what I would suggest was then portion it out into like boxes such as these. You can get these ones, these are from Home Bargains. I also have these ones from B&M, which have like the 2 compartments in. And then what you do is you just measure out your food into those meals. You can batch cook if you wanted to, if that made things easier for you. Then you know how many calories are in each meal, and you can either eat them through the week, you can freeze them, you can portion them out between your family, whatever works for you. But slow cooker meals have been a lifesaver for me. I kind of filmed this video over several nights when I've done the slow cooker meals, so yeah, I hope you like it. So tonight's slow cooker meal is going to be chili con carne. This is what I do when I am stuck for time, because this one is quite quick if you use fresh mince. So you can use frozen mince. A lot of the meals that I've showed you in this video will be frozen, but this is going to be using the beef steak mince. So I'm going to work this out, all the calories of this whole slow cooker, and majority of these meals will come in around 2,000 calories for the whole slow cooker, which means that it's roughly dependent on your portion. If you were to divide it into 4, that's 500 calories. However, I would say I would portion this into more like 6. So I'll work them out for you so you can see them, what is protein and stuff. But anyway, what I put in this is lean beef steak mince. You can get even leaner than this now, but I just get the 5% fat. There's 750 grams in here. And then I've actually never used this one before. This is new in ALDI, but I'm going to be putting 2 packs in here because it says 1 pack for, it says into 450 grams of lean mince. So pretty much we're using double. So I've got 2 packets of those. And then what I'm going to pop in is some frozen diced white onions. These are negligible, but I will count them in for the sake of this video. And then I like to use 2 different types of beans. So obviously red kidney beans are the ones that are most common. And a really nice hack with these is you mash half of them with the fork first, so they that kind of adds a bit of thickness into the chilli as well. So yeah, I mash 1/2 to 3/4 of the tin of these, and then I also put this tin in as well, which is mixed beans. So this is from Aldi. I really like this. This is actually, so it's only a tiny bit more in calories, but it's got more protein in. So this whole tin will have 254 calories in. Is that right? 150? Yeah. And it has also got then 18.6 grams of protein. So kidney beans, these ones here, they've got 224, so a little bit less calories, but then 16.4. So there's a little bit more protein in this one, but together there is lots. So I pop those into my chilli. And then also some chunky chopped tomatoes, 88 calories in the whole tin. You can put some tomato puree in there as well, but I'm going to see how it goes with this. I'm going to give it a try and see what it tastes like. Sometimes if it's got like this mix and you don't need anything extra. We did a Hello Fresh meal the other week, and we did both say it needed less passata and puree. So I'm going to leave it out today just to see how I get on with those. So first things first, my Old Faithful slow cooker liners, pop one of these in my slow cooker. A lot of people brown the mince off first with the onions. When I do a slow cooker meal, I don't. It is literally just whack it all in and leave it and hope for the best. There's everything in there now. I'll just give it like a little bit of a stir, and then I'm just going to leave that on high for like 4 hours, and then that'll be done. Sometimes like Matt will eat it with rice. I won't, I'll probably just have the chilli on its own, but that's in now, and in it goes to cook for 4 hours. Okay, so just thought I'd give you an update on the chilli. It's cooked now. I have just tried it, and what I will say is I am not as big of a fan of that chili con carne powder as the other one. I've ended up putting in some more cumin, a lot more cumin. I like cumin in my chilli, and also a little bit of tomato puree, a tiny bit of sweetener, and some more chili powder, just to give it a little bit more. It didn't seem very as what's the word, flavoursome as I've done it before. Flavoursome as before, but this is still not. This is now perfect. Like, I'm really happy with that. And this, like I say, will probably do, it'd probably do 4 good portions, but I'm probably going to get about 6 in here. So I've added up the calories, and there is basically just under 2,000 calories in the whole thing. So I'll work out that per portion, and I'll leave it here on the screen if you're going to use 6 portions, and then also the amount of protein in it as well. What I will say is when I've dished this up, I'm going to pop in, it's these today from Aldi. These are just sliced green jalapenos, and there's only 17 calories per 100 gram, which is basically you're never going to eat 100 gram. I'm just going to put a couple through Matt's because he likes his chili hot. So I thought I'd pop some of those into his. But these are really good, like things like this, because like I say, they're quite low in calories. They're pretty negligible, but they also just add a little bit more flavour. So yeah, I'm going to pop these into Matt's when his is done. Okay, so it's another day, another frozen slow cooker meal that I'm going to whack in, and tonight it is fajitas. If anyone's watched Friends, they will get that. Fajita. Anyway, fajitas, chicken fajitas. So I love frozen chicken, right? I think getting chicken, it's cheaper to get it frozen if you can, plus it's always good to have in your freezer. The only thing I tend to get fresh chicken is if it's on offer, or if I always do fresh chicken if like I haven't got as much time to put things in the slow cooker, because you need to cook this for like a good few hours, like at least 4 or 5 hours. So get chicken breast. I prefer breast fillets. Some people prefer thigh fillets. You can use chicken on the bone. I don't eat meat from a bone, I just can't, and I prefer breast fillets, although a lot of people say that thigh fillets are like more tender. But don't worry about, you could get pieces, you could get diced, but I always get breast because if you cook it long enough in here, it shreds up anyway. So I'm just going to grab a slow cooker liner and I'll show you what I'm putting in this one. So I will put in about 4 chicken breast fillets. I'm going to pop in some mixed peppers. And then today I have a fajita mix. This is just a medium one. This was from Home Bargains and it was 60p. This one I am hoping is nicer than the other one, but you can get from Aldi. They do, like, you know, the curry sauces that are like a sauce with the spice on the top. They do occasion one, which is really nice. But I just thought for lower calories I would get this. But I mean, see, this is 80 calories for the whole packet, so it's 160 for these. But then everything else is like negligible apart from the chicken. And then I'm going to pop in some chunky chopped tomatoes and some passata. And then I also have to go with it on the side some mini corn on the cobs. Then I just have some tortilla wraps. Now I normally get the protein wraps, but they haven't had them in for ages. And how many calories are in these? So these are 172 calories per tortilla. These are what Matt will have his fajita mix on, but I again will just have the fajita mix and some corn on the cob. I only have like 1 wrap with more of like the mix, whereas Matt will eat like wraps. That makes sense. I will also chop up some lettuce for this later, but yeah, this is what is going in. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's all in, and then that'll be in for a few hours. It's a lot later now, but this is the fajita mix. You see how the chicken is like all disintegrated, and I've left the cover off just to thicken it up a little bit more. But there's so much in here. Look, you could do so much with this. You could leave some for have with rice another night. I just have this and maybe 1 wrap and like use it almost like this is a dish, and then I dip the wrap in. Matt has it on a tortilla wrap with normally like a sweet chili sauce and mayo. But yeah, there's so much you can do with this. You could put it on jacket potato. I actually really like this with mash as well. I know that sounds disgusting, but I love it with sweet potato mash. So yeah, that is chicken fajita night done, and Matt is watching the Liverpool game, so okay. So tonight's slow cooker recipe is a quick, easy one. Okay, it is a chicken curry. So because I'm stuck for time, like I say, sometimes I will use fresh chicken. So there's, as you can see, there's 5 fillets in there. I'll probably use 4 of those fillets into this curry and then just cook one separately for lunch tomorrow. Then what I pop in is 2 of these sauces. Don't come at me, sometimes I use jarred sauces as well. Do you know what? Sometimes you need to. They're not the best, but they're quick, they're easy, and at least all the calories are on there for you, so you know what's in them. So for example, in this jar, so there's 187 calories in a third. So 187 times that by 3, that's 300, 460, 540, 550 calories in that one. And then in this one there is 94, so that is in a third, so that's basically 300. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 850. And then I put a tin of coconut milk in, so this is another 240. So there you go, so there's about 1,000 calories in there. I'll add it up properly. And then in chicken, the calories will be on your chicken as well for you to work out. It's just on the back here, so it's 109 calories per 100 gram. And there's a kilo in here, so there's 1,000 calories in there. So roughly 200 per fillet, so 2, 4, 6, 8, roughly 800 calories. So there's going to be about 2,000 calories in this whole pot, which again is what I look for. I look for about roughly 2,000 calories for the whole slow cooker, because then, like I say, it will do about 6 meals, so it works out a relatively good calorie per meal. But as always, what I would suggest doing, because I've done this for so long now, I don't need to do that anymore. But what I will say is, if you are new to counting calories or trying to watch your calories, do it all and then portion it out into like your, where are they? Into like these containers like that I showed you, that I get from Home Bargains. So like these little meal prep containers. If you separate them out, you know exactly how many portions are in there. You can divide it up, and then you know what you are eating. But this is all that goes in that my chicken curry now. I'm gonna whack it all in, leave that for 4 hours, and that is my dinner tonight. So it's much later. I'm just dishing up the curry. You can see how all the chicken has like disintegrated in there now. That's what happens when you just let it cook for ages. Naan bread. And these are like 368 calories, so that's 184 calories for the half that I'm going to have. And that's the curry tonight. A couple of things that I like to add in about slow cookers that I've had question-wise is, what are the liners you use? Can you use them in slow cookers? So these are the slow cooker liners I use. I get them from Home Bargains. They're about 69p for 5. Some people say, can you use these in slow cookers? It seems a bit strange using plastic in a hot container. Totally get that, but these are food approved. They're up to 200 degrees. You can use them in up to a 6.5 litre slow cooker. So these used to fit in my bigger one because I used to have that size. These are really good because they are energy efficient. They eliminate washing up, and also they seal in the flavour. What you do is you just line the slow cooker with it, throw everything in, and then once you've done, you throw it away. Yes, it's not the best being like plastic throwing it away, but it also helps in other ways by being energy efficient and you by not having to like swill your slow cooker out 50,000 times. So yeah, they are like FDA approved and everything, but make sure you do get them, that they, you know, I would recommend getting them from somewhere where you can see that they've got all like the little logos on and stuff. So yeah, these are a godsend when it comes to cooking my slow cooker meals. The other thing I've asked is like, is a slow cooker better energy efficient wise? Now, you have to do your own research, but from what I understand, a slow cooker uses a lot smaller wattage than like an oven. According to Mr. Google, it uses 10% of the energy that an oven does. So although you leave it on a lot longer, it uses less energy. And what I love about the slow cooker is that you can put it on and prep it in the morning or in the afternoon, and then by the time you eat it, it's still lovely warm because you have different settings on here. You've just got one that just says like auto or low, so you can just keep it simmering away, keep it warm for you for when you are ready. So yeah, I love that about slow cooker as well. Okay guys, so those are all my slow cooker meals. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm going to try and insert all the recipes and everything below if I can remember what I put in what. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I would love for you to subscribe and stick around and let me know if there are any more recipes you want me to try, and I will definitely give them a go because I'm always eager to learn some more. I mean, I do have some more in the bag, so if you want me to do another video, let me know. And until next time guys, take care. Bye.